the damn thing now. We are doing the first motherfucking official Stoosey Boys Subathon right here on the channel. So the way that this game is going to work, and God, he could be shooting himself hard in the foot. This could be worse than a pleading the fifth for like situation. We are at 1339 subscribers. This stream will go for 20 minutes exactly. However, every time we get a subscriber join on the live stream, that's going to add, we'll say, 2 minutes to the clock. So anyone who subscribes to the Stoosey Boys is going to add 2 minutes to our fucking clock. So this could get dangerous. This could get bold. C-Man could be on this motherfucker to midnight and beyond. But we are Subathon. We've never done this before because we knew potentially that we could be getting ourselves into a serious predicament here. But I think with as loose a definitions as what we've got going on, and as many hashtags as I went with, kind of overabundance, different hashtags for us, I might need a pinnable comment from the fam dam to better help explain exactly what we're doing here. But I don't expect this to go too crazy. You know, I'm hyped like a motherfucker, but I'm not, I don't expect things to get too bold and wild or anything like that. Oh, that was thin, and no wonder. But we are hanging at 1339. So as soon as we jump up, that'll add 2 minutes onto the stream. Next thing you know, we're streaming for 22 minutes. We've never done this before. We've done a few of the, wow, look at this, sit here and drive the subs up for the sake of driving the subs up, but we've never done it as part of like a subathon thing or whatever. So, yeah, it's bold. It's bold and brag, baby. The analytics could kill us on this. We could not get pushed for nothing, and then, you know, the subathon we might not even get one sub here. But the way I figure it, it won't kill us to try, and it sounds like a lot of fun. So, you know, we definitely appreciate the folk hitting up in on the live. And then, of course, I guess we'll break down and start doing God knows what to pass the time and vibe and everything else. We don't know yet. So, what?
So what are we doing?
Subathon.
So you restarted it?
Yes.
Okay.
We refired to thunderous applause, and by that I mean next to nobody in here. Listed as a subathon. I've told the folk that, hey, like say 20 minutes is the time if we get any more subs. I really want to move this out of the way, but then I feel like it's almost cheating because they're like, see, somebody subscribed. See, it's right there. You know, we're subathoning, boys. It's a dangerous game.
I know Wade was on. Who else was on?
Stardust and Wade were the ones holding the fort down. Okay. So the thing is, if we drum up enough subs and everything else, Noob Monkey G said, hi, what's poppin'? We're rolling a subathon, y'all. If we could get a pinnable from anybody to try to help explain what we're doing here. 20-minute timer on the stream. We're 3 minutes in there. Everyone that subscribes drives that timer up by 2. We're hoping we're not getting into a dangerous situation here. But I have no doubt that our analytics situation probably won't, it won't kick us to hundreds and thousands of people. It's just not going to happen. So I figure we're relatively safe here. I know the game we're playing, but I think we're definitely fucking with a rubber on, you dig? It's not going to save us, but it certainly should help.
Well, see, it didn't even pop up a notification.
That doesn't subscribe me or surprise me in the slightest.
I'm on it. You was aided us.
Yeah. But yeah, we're hanging at 1339 with 20 on the clock. Good luck with everything. Peace out. Hell yeah, Noob Monkey G. Oh yeah, and I think there's a subscribe button somewhere in this vicinity, I've been told, and no one's corrected me on that. It's like right in here somewhere. So it'd be real easy to drive up the subs. We're subathoning, people. There's nothing, we've nothing to worry about. That we get in the habit of doing this, it's kind of like hitting crack, I guess. Eventually you'll hit that point where all of a sudden you're fucked kind of thing.
What, you're sad and depressed?
Well, when it just doesn't work for you.
When you're sad and depressed.
There you go. When it stops working, how about that? Why you gotta take all the fun out of it? Now, of course, we got Sis Adjacent hanging with us. You got that dog? Yeah, you brought in that dog. Yeah, thank God.
Yes.
We all worried that motherfucker in there dancing in the middle of the road and shit. I think the fact that it's listed as a subathon is probably enough. USA from Santa Fe, what's up, brother? Finally, we got some fam dam up in the house. So here's the drill, Santa Fe. We're expanding fam damly hell or high water with this one. We're subathoning. If y'all didn't catch the title, so we got a 20-minute timer on the clock. We've got 15 left to go. Anyone that subscribes pushes that number up by, we'll say, 2 minutes. Because any more than that, things might really get crazy. So we're trying our first ever subathon, USA. Thoughts?
That was over there.
Thoughts, opinion? Well, yeah, but still. Should ride on. I hope you guys do good. I think we're safe as hell. I don't think we have squat to worry about, admittedly.
I'm just don't leave you walking around with your phone in the house.
I'll leave it somewhere. I'll just leave it some. I didn't say that we would be directly doing what we're just keeping the live stream going. USA also said hi, Sid.
Hey, USA.
There you go. All the way from Santa Fe. All the way. Oh, yeah, and I didn't get to. Everybody's doing a brand new dance now. Come on, baby. Do the locomotion. You'll probably fucking like it if you give it a chance now. Grand Funk Railroad. A hell of a name for a band, I thought.
I don't know. I was getting Fleetwood Mac this morning, and then all hell just looks like always.
I'm not the biggest fan of Fleetwood Mac.
You don't like Fleetwood Mac?
They are the chain.
Yeah.
I think that's it. That is. I don't like the one where the chick's talking some big long bullshit about something. I forget what it is, the rain or something.
She talks big long bullshit in every song.
Yeah,
that doesn't narrow it down.
There you go. Yeah. Great band. Fleetwood Mac or Grand Funk Railroad?
That's where my name came from.
Grand
Mac.
Funk, sure.
No, Fleetwood Mac. They got a song named called Sarah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Wow. And so that's what I'm told. My mom just heard my
the way it's spelled, because I don't have an H on my name, which most people do.
Yeah.
And that was like a big fad around the time frame.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that was a very fad name, baby name at that time.
I think we set the trend. Me and Rainbow did with ours for sure.
I love her name.
Well, I think it was after that, because whenever we give her name, everyone's like, "Oh, I never heard it." Now all of a sudden, there's fucking shit tons of them.
I didn't use fad names.
Apparently, we set the trend.
What's wrong with that?
Well, these motherfuckers can't come up with their own shit. Yeah, I mean, you know what I mean? Hell yeah, USA dropping it. They're both good. Once again, Fleetwood Mac, a song or two is okay. Same with Grand Funk Railroad. I can't name a single Grand Funk Railroad album. Now I know Fleetwood Mac, they have Rumors, I think is the one.
Mm-hmm.
Their problem with that band was everyone was fucking everyone or something, and it didn't do.
They did a lot of drugs.
Yeah.
Stevie Nicks did a lot of drugs.
There you go. Jefferson Airplane made it work. I don't know. Grace Slick, come on now.
What band do you get very big?
Well, I think they started off doing a lot of drugs. I can appreciate the ones that.
Okay, I don't care how big of a band you are. Thank you, my grandmother. My grandmother, because she's big into the music scene, and everything. Literally, after my grandpa died, she fucking when my mom was a teenager, fucking sells everything out she owns to get close to Nashville, Tennessee, because she wanted to fucking cut records. Well, she brought half her fucking band with her. My dad swears to God she brought the first lesbian into this area.
That's hilarious.
Now, take in consideration, this was in the early 70s when all this shit happened. Okay, and of course, they bought Sugar Grove.
Yeah.
The local watering hole.
Yeah, seemed like a good place to start.
Yeah, and it had been shut down because, I don't know, trouble, like it's not been shut down a million times for,
Yeah.
you know, stupid shit. But that's why she came down here. So, you know, drugs and music and alcohol is always, that's just the way that shit goes.
Yeah. They're getting ahead of the game. Is what it is.
Well, you know, even like the small bands, like they have the big fancy tour buses. They run around in fucking vans.
Yeah.
And cram everybody up to fucking tour. And these are people that are literally touring, but they're playing the smaller sets, you know, fucking the little bars and the shit like that. And I don't know. I guess that's why a lot of the music that I listen to is not mainstream shit, because the old, just the experience. It's a completely different
everything
experience.
mainstream is made tailored a certain kind of way, right? And I'm told by a lot of people that are in the industry, once you really get in there, then you really see it all. It's pretty much kind of all sounds the same.
Yeah,
more
you do
or
this,
less.
you do that, or we don't sign you, da 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 da.
Yeah. So all your smaller stuff or your more indie shit, obviously they're going to be reflecting a lot more freedom and different shit. I mean, you know, I feel like that's kind of just like a given.
I've seen bands that were awesome, and then they go mainstream, and
everything goes to fuck.
Just suck ass.
It's like, man, yeah. But I argue there's probably a lot of different reasons for that. Maybe the fame gets to their head, or maybe all of a sudden we got less money. We ain't struggling all of a sudden, so all of a sudden the struggle isn't reflected in our new music or whatever. And maybe you lose a certain degree of authenticity. Maybe.
Depends on the person.
Group, band, etc. Etc.
I've seen all of the above.
Well, the thing about life is, you gotta live it, right? You either don't have a choice. You either get busy living or you get busy dying. You know what I'm saying? So you might as well live like hell. You know what I'm saying? I think that's a notion a lot of folk can support. You dig?
Fair enough.
Still hanging at 1339. See, I'm telling you, we're safe to do subathons. Now, other people couldn't do subathons. The analytics, well, they aren't real keen on our specific brand of entertainment. Sometimes I really wonder that. Like, because we're so plead the fifth and sit here and smoke and every fucking thing else. I feel like that probably hurts us to a degree. But we're also out here being genuine as hell, too. So it's like, you know, either be genuine and piss them off, or not be yourself, and then YouTube's all about it. Like, what the fuck?
What would we do on YouTube?
I think it's really just the pleading the fifth and the smoking, because as far as, and then we probably swear a smidge more, because they have this thing about excessive profanity or whatever the hell.
Well, we are that, and I can't help it.
Yeah, basically, it's like, dude, it's technically that's discrimination against us. I can't help it's how I talk, motherfucker. Goddamn, such and such.
I hate when people text me and do the little extra things.
Censor themselves.
It's like, what the fuck, man?
I don't ever really have to deal with that, I don't reckon. Now, have I had to? Maybe. I mean, I see it in chat sometimes. Somebody's rogue fucking 8 or 7 year old will get in there and did the tornado touchdown yesterday. I think we were really safe yesterday.
Yeah, they were north of us.
No, it was the day before yesterday was where there was some like somewhat concern, I think, and then it didn't touch down there either. If I'm not mistaken.
I don't know. I've been watching it jack shit up in fucking Texas.
Yeah, Texas has been 9 ways to hell here, from what I've been told and what I'm gathering. He said, "Good to hear." Yeah, damn right. See, I feel like if we had maybe some timers up and some tickers, and you can do all that shit on Streamlabs or whatever the hell, Stream something or other that everyone's always
y'all
pushing.
got some kind of editing shit.
All
that crap.
Well, for the live stream, the thing is there is Streamlabs and some other thing, but you literally have to like give up control of your channel or something to use it. And I'm like, hell to the no. I ain't giving up control of shit. Because I was all for it. I'm like, okay, you can pimp some crazy filters. I can have banners and tickers and timers and everything else to make it look wild, good, and crazy. But at the cost of no. And I thought it's like, okay, well, what if we made a separate channel
like
to fucking...
YouTube is gonna make us rich, you know?
Not really.
You did it for
The fucking
shits
name
and
of the
giggles.
game, baby. Like I said on that live stream I had played up from a year ago, if we put one damn smile on somebody's face, get one chuckle, it'll all be worthwhile. That was so badass to hear me say. Restream and Prism. Yeah, and I guarantee both of them will probably have to void some degree of control over the channel. And they can void some degree of control over these nuts. It ain't a fucking happening. It's also Glorious May Day, by the way. Yeah, now the weather's starting to turn on us. He said, yeah, that's a deal breaker. Yeah, fuck that, man. Why the hell would I give up control of the channel just no. Nope. And I didn't even look in depth to their terms of agreements to what that necessarily means. They just point blank said that. And I was like, fuck that. Like, for this shit to work, they've got to, no. There's no damn way.
I considered that weird.
How the fuck that happen?
I don't know.
Yeah, must be something on the breeze.
Yeah, it is.
I'd say, what are the electric line people back? 'Cause
No.
they didn't really.
It doesn't sound like. That's an old Ford.
Yeah.
No.
They ain't got no bucket, no nothing like that. We are slowly driving up. We are doing a subathon, y'all. By God, we're hanging at 1339 subs. People sub, it adds on minutes to the timer. It's a way to go. It's a dangerous game we're playing. But a fun one for sure. And it's definitely a way to go. But yeah, I think it's, for us, it's finding a nice balance of things. The long form videos and the shorts and the live stream. If we get everything to kind of, I guess, do, live streams are for the audience engagement. They're for chatting it up with all y'all fine folk and carrying on about shit. Long form videos is when we get into, actually doing shit. When there's an abandoned something that needs going through. Or some kind of mechanic thing, or whatever crazy horse shit the boys are pulling out, or whatever. You know, that's our long form. And then our shorts is kind of everything in between, I suppose. Shorts are for getting us out there. What I've seen, 20,000, 21 or 2 or 3 or however many thousand views on the goddamn bunch.
Shorts is where it's okay.
I'm telling you.
One of the ones that does the music shit, and he's like bigger, but not like huge.
Mm-hmm.
And he posts his music videos and shit. Of course, he's cut multiple albums on that type of shit.
Yeah.
He was talking about he was hunting and had a video. It was a short of his cat following him to where he was turkey hunting.
Yeah.
And that cat video short is like fucking blew his
Yeah.
videos like out of the goddamn
Because all of a sudden you had
But it's a random, and it's just a little bitty short video.
You got to be consistent with shorts. One of these days, I will learn, USA, that I need to post a short every day, just kind of regardless of situation, because it seems like doing it, it's that repetition. What I've learned from looking into it's like, look.
But isn't that scary, the thought of that's what everybody does, but that's how long their brain stays occupied?
Can't
But
help
they
it.
won't sit and watch a fucking video that's what? How short do the videos? Some of them are the actual long form videos have to be.
Our longest video.
Yeah, but
were
how short can they be?
3 minutes or
Well,
less.
that's what I'm
It's gotta be
saying.
3 minutes or
Okay, so
less.
you think 35 minutes is probably what a lot of people when they do those. But people would no, they can't fucking.
Yeah. And USA, he said, I like all the videos. Live stream is my favorite. Cooking in the shine is awesome. And Adventure Time is always great. So that's what I'm fucking talking about. But then he also said, when I'm consistent, the algorithm's on my side. When I'm not consistent, I got to work my way back up the algorithm. And maybe the algorithm doesn't know what to take of us in regards to shorts.
What would be
you know what I mean?
lifestyle?
I feel like we blow the definition of lifestyle.
It's so random.
Does that cover the randomness? Because I've always thought fun and funny. No matter what we're doing, it's generally speaking fun and funny. That's, you know, I never use amusing. All the birds and shit out here. That is.
Some of them watch it because it's so different from where they're from, and it's pretty and the wildlife and.
We're also not locked in on like genres and stuff like, okay, so people that do firearms or whatever, well, I know what kind of content they're going to make from now until essentially forever or whatever. It's going to be firearm shit or the cooking shit or whatever. We literally, I feel like we genuinely get away with doing damn near anything. I can roll nature shit. We can look at all these animals or things growing, and we can break down and do mechanic shit, or we can do wild stuff. We can go to abandoned places. We can sit here and bullshit on live stream. We can cook. Just that's the thing I love about YouTube is we so far seem to do relatively anything. Well, granted, we don't get like millions and billions of views off just doing whatever the hell, but we have our crowd following us as we do whatever the hell. So. Straight up, like, you know, work on your hashtag titles and thumbnail pics. Yes, sir. Absolutely. That's an art in all in of itself. Right? And I had marketing in high school, and it had, yeah. We about to do a new profile picture. And that sucks because that one's really a banger. But I think we can do better. I think we're going to go to a logo. Probably be the simplest thing to do. That way it keeps things nice, wide, and yeah. We had kicked around some hand-drawn logos that Rainbow had worked on.
Well, what about the one that had like the El Camino in it?
It's around there. I think it's back in the headquarters. So in other words, God knows.
That one was pretty cool.
I thought it was lit.
Yeah.
It's hard to get monetized with anything firearm or alcohol related. Those that are monetized have strict rules. My buddy has a monetized firearm hunting channel, and he went to a different platform with less rules. Yeah, basically. But I think we watch pretty good for monetization. I don't know. Does that mean once we become monetized, we can't just whoop out the pump action shotty and be like, yeah, boss, you know.
I don't know. I'm sure.
Well, there's rules about it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Regulations. Say you have to keep the watch hours up to a certain point.
Yeah, I think.
To stay monetized.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if monetization will. What blows my mind is the fact that we're over 2/3 of the way to monetization. That's fucking wild as piss.
It's like this. I mean, what you can put commercials with your shit, you know.
Well, now that's
to make just a hair bit of money. And
well, the first tier of monetization, like I can pull it now because I think we've already went out of our. Actually, yeah, we went out of our subathon thing. So technically, this live stream's done blew the whatever, but which is fine. I don't. Once again, I knew we're relatively safe doing subathons. If we were to continuously do that, well, we would get caught up one of these fucking days. Let's see, age restrictions set. When was that one? That's important notifications. Yeah, it set a couple age restrictions on us. I think we might have been talking about dicks or something. Who knows? Who knows? I think 64 subs in the last 28 days is pretty fucking hopping. Especially considering I don't know if that includes recent subscribers include Milo, TOP, and King Darkham. Oh, so now I can slide it. YouTube has turned 20, by the way. Big guinea on that. I'm almost 2K watch hours. My subs just come slow because I only do shorts. Oh, yeah, live stream. When we started live streaming, that blew our shit way the fuck up. All of a sudden, we were getting peddled to all over the fucking world. Then, admittedly, we lost a little bit of traction. I think that was towards the ass end of summer, around maybe fall of last year. It's not really that we lost traction, but we sort of swapped speeds, and we bumped up. So, like, for the first, I don't know, year and a half, 2 years of the channel, we were definitely in first gear. Well, now we're solid in second, getting ready to go into third here. So, like, yeah. It's just transition. We went from first gear, jumped up to about third or fourth, and then brought her back down to second is basically what happened. And I'm 100% down with that because I don't want things to go buck fucking wild out from under us. Yeehaw crazy, and then it's over in like a year, and it's like, well, this ain't worth a fuck, you know what I mean? So, definitely part of it. And, you know, we got to do our part with network with the online creator community, and that's a whole fucking ball game in of itself. Muck Sticky knows who we are, goddammit. I'll be trying to get him to, he said something on live stream the other day about he doesn't,
Yeah, you should do a split screen.
Well, I thought about
awesome.
it. Well, because he's like, he doesn't live stream with people on his stuff because it gets him banned or whatever. But the thing is, on YouTube, if I have someone in as a guest, it's on me. So, like,
yeah,
you know, but still, I can understand association. But I don't think if he's a guest on a Stoosey Boy live stream, I don't think, you know what I mean, that would all be on us. He jumps up, pulls his cock out. It's like, what the fuck? What the hell? Have a celebrity guest on and they just fucking lose it, pop a membrane. All of a sudden, it's your fault. And it's like, why? Best short, I got 89 subs, 992 likes. God damn. You know, I'm pretty sure I looked at USA's channel and seen some such things. Come here, Lennon, before you get too geetered over there. What the hell was I trying? Oh, yeah, I was going into the analytics. Well, he's going to take a peek once again under the hood. Of course, I'm just going to keep it off cam for the sake of, I don't know, not dragging the thing on there. We just have a fun time with what we do. Being as we have all this fucking time on our hands in this moment, put it to good use, I guess. The bare minimum, I can fucking live stream. Live stream don't cost nobody nothing. Now, whether or not the algorithm can handle it, you know, would it be content or audience? We're trying to look at, was it watch hours? Actually, we'll go to trends. Get ideas for your next video.
I don't even know what stuff's been trending. I don't keep up with that shit.
I got a few notifications. I think it was actually from Instagram that, oh, no wonder it's all whatever. I forgot to zoom this shit back out. I'm like, damn, how come I can't, like, scroll on nothing here? There we go. Now we got her back in tune. Now we're starting building a moonshine still in the woods, exploring abandoned Kentucky coal mines. Oh, this is AI shit. AI is telling me to build a moonshine still in the woods. 100%. It's just like this is some AI horse shit that tells us what we should do. It's telling me to go explore an abandoned Kentucky coal mine or build a moonshine still in the woods. Is this fucking thing trying to kill us?
Yeah, maybe.
What the hell? This is your inspiration. This is what YouTube is telling me to do. What the hell? Hold on. I got to click on this. The hidden history of Kentucky's coal mining past is explored, revealing...
Don't get me wrong. The coal mining thing's cool, and
viewers will be captivated by the eerie atmosphere and learn about the impact coal mining had on the state's landscape and culture. What are you trying to do? It's even telling me how to do it. Start with an establishing shot of lush Kentucky landscape. Introduce the video's theme.
Are you serious?
Yeah. It's giving me titles.
That is so sad.
I have never looked at this shit before. Now we look at building a moonshine still in the woods. The process of building the still is documented with insights into the history and tradition. First off, this feels like school shit. Like, this feels like this is my school project.
Many people actually like go by that though.
It's even giving me thumbnails and shit. Ways I could go about it. Well, it's AI thumbnails, but I wouldn't. Wow. I can't believe it. The only two ideas it has for me is go jump in a coal mine or build a moonshine still. I'm losing it. YouTube has went right off the fucking deep end. Okay. Can I get a refresher on that? Hold on, let's save that. I want to save that idea for later, for when I go fucking spelunking in the coal mine. Let me refresh this. What else is it going to give me? All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Come on. It's giving shine recipes. Pawpaw's watermelon mint shine recipe. First off, that sounds terrible. Second off, it's what the fuck? Hey, I killed the artist. Hey, money killed the rich. Exploring abandoned Kentucky mine shafts. Here we go again. Cookie cutter construction, cutting up the land. Trees made into billboards, advertise a new brand. Building a custom go-kart engine.
That would be pretty cool. If I did, I would definitely.
Poor urban settlement need good old Uncle Sam. I fucking swear. Wade, I've been digging it. Shit, yeah. Hey, he's been hitting it up in chat. Where you been, Wade? But yeah, also, Wade, if you're catching up with us, the YouTube's built-in AI video inspiration, whatever, is kicking Pawpaw's watermelon mint shine, so it's giving me recipes. It's telling me to explore mine shafts and build steels, custom go-kart engines. What the fuck? And this is what YouTube, I guess, stands by this, I guess. Fucking
even directions on how to do it.
Well, it was telling me how to make the video, yeah. Moonshine Showdown, Blackberry versus Peach. Building a moonshine still from scratch. Moonshine and music. What the hell? What the hell?
Moonshine and music.
Moonshine cocktails. Yeah, a Kentucky jam session. What? A classic Kentucky jam session is brought to life with the smooth taste of homemade moonshine. The Stoosey Boys share their love of music and their secret recipes for the perfect moonshine cocktail.
This should be
creating a night of unforgettable entertainment. Yeah, we should. They're telling us to jam and drink moonshine.
Well, it doesn't sound that bad.
Introduce the Stoosey Boys and their passion for moonshine and music. Showcase the beautiful Kentucky countryside where the jam session will take place.
Really could do that.
Briefly mention. Show the make the moonshine. Highlight the secret family recipe and the ingredients used. Then the music begins. Introduce the instruments and the music style that will be played in the jam session. What the fuck? This don't even feel real, dude. What the hell?
See, that's how many people actually do that.
Show the Stoosey Boys performing their favorite traditional Kentucky tunes.
Oh my God! What are y'all gonna do?
My poor old Kentucky home or whatever the fuck. It's about slavery. Highlight the energy and camaraderie among the group as they share their. It's almost like you take something creative and somehow remove every bit of creativity out of it. This is what you're left. Introduce anecdotes about the history of the Stoosey Boys family and their musical heritage. Show them engaging in friendly banter and sharing stories about their experiences. Sounds like AI is trying to get you in trouble. Yeah, I fucking know, right? With guests sharing their cocktails and enjoying. Don't get me wrong, it sounds like a great idea, but it's just something. There is something about it that just
think though how many people probably do this shit and really go by that, and their whole thing is like totally fucking fake.
Pretty much. Well, I mean, they just didn't come up with the idea. I guess it's not necessarily fake. Now, if you sit there and make a whole AI thing,
damn well, okay, if they're going to that particular in depth with reading that shit off and doing it step by step, they're gonna literally have the jam session, who's playing what songs they're gonna do.
It's gonna look
like
fake as fuck.
Like getting fucked up, and it's like, okay, go get the bass, go get the guitar. He's gonna fucking sing, And then it's like, well, what are we gonna play? And then somebody just starts picking something, and then there we go.
Well, now I don't think. There's nothing wrong with scheduling and planning. It's like, all right, we're going to do the alcohol, then we're going to... This is just taking it way. They're
We-
talking about telling
we never plan
anecdotes.
anything. We never plan it, we just do it.
Sometimes we plan a little.
Yeah, like when we're grilling, we have to get charcoal
Oh, God.
and things to
Cross
grill.
off the fucking list.
But as far as we never plan ahead for any of our stuff. Anything that's said is pretty much what's on our minds.
Same with, well, now, I mean, we plan ahead with videos and stuff, though. I mean, when it's like the whole, the fucking,
Yeah, but y'all
Plantation
don't, like,
House.
practice shit you're gonna say.
well,
or
no,
nothing
I
like
know
that.
fucking, I mean, you
These
know,
motherfuckers, if they're really taking this shit to heart,
Moonshine Music, a Kentucky hoot nanny. They're pandering to us now.
yeah, that's
Yeah, goddamn cultural appropriating pieces of shit.
maybe because earlier I was talking about Grandma moving from New York
To
go
down there to be
Nashville
Yeehaw,
and
but
music
maybe,
and
I mean, yeah. We can't sit here and wig out and say, oh my God, they're listening. It's like the live stream is going. Well, of course they're fucking listening. What the hell? Then here in a minute, it's going to kick out an AI video telling us to like trash AI or something. And it's going to be like, oh my God. About how videos should be more authentic and robots stay the hell out of it. Stoosey Boys Ultimate Grilling Challenge. The Stoosey Boys. Oh, man. But I also look Papa's secret moonshine recipe. He's got one that he's been holding on fucking. What the hell? The Stoosey Boys are put to the ultimate grilling test, facing off in a head-to-head competition to see who can create the most delicious and innovative barbecue dishes. The competition will be judged by a panel of experts, and the winner will be crowned the ultimate grilling championship.
Okay.
Fucking duck, bro. And to be real, these aren't horrible video ideas, but it's something about the fact where they go and
That just is wrong.
it's something about it, yeah.
It just, yeah. I couldn't.
Jack Doobie's go-kart racing adventures. What the fuck? Jack Doobie, a rising star in the go-kart racing world. What the hell? Is followed on his exciting journey as he navigates the competitive world of go-kart racing, showcasing his skills and determination behind the wheel. Viewers get an inside look at the thrilling world of go-kart racing and gain insights into the dedication and passion required to excel at this high-speed sport. You can put the El Camino motor on the go-kart and run it on Everclear. Yeah, I guess. Apparently, I'm told you can do that. Show footage of Jack's first kart in early races. AI is scary. It really is.
I see videos where people actually has, you know, when they ask AI, there's different ones you can go to and apps where they make friends with these motherfuckers and I just talk to them like they're an actual person and it's like their little creepy made AI thing. It just creeps me the fuck out. I would not want any shit like that.
Papa's homemade root beer float showdown? What the fuck?
I hate root beer. I don't see Papa doing
I gotta buy, wow. Stoosey Boys try the new AI chatbot craze. See, they're listening. The barbecue cook-off. And some of the pictures that it's cooked up for them is pretty wild, too. Build a giant slingshot. What the hell? Who would look to a computer for imagination? But look at the.
That's what's wrong.
Look at
with
how
the fucking world,
easy
though.
it is, man.
That's scary.
It is
That's
so
scary.
easy just to. I mean, literally, all I'm doing is refreshing, and this thing is just kicking all
Throwing
this.
shit out.
Yeah. Secret moonshine tasting, building a still from scrap. What killed me is that YouTube is, by using or by aligning with this inspiration, whatever, YouTube is essentially telling me to do these things.
Pretty much.
That's what's so fucking crazy. So now it's like, okay, YouTube, are we standing behind the
So
fucking
how-
shine or are we not? Like,
So just think, most of what you're probably watching on YouTube that's supposed to be like quote unquote realistic is
Mhm.
a crock of bullshit.
well, once
Just like
again,
the
if they're
fucking
just
news
using,
and TV.
we gotta come off the.
Holy fuck.
Let's go back to the dashboard. I'm done. YouTube's 20th birthday, so what are we getting for it? We're on the If we come in waves, we're definitely on the back end of the wave. I'll tell you that right now. That is crazy as piss. And I've seen a roller coaster of viewers on the live. It's called PSYOP. Yeah. I thought it was black propaganda. And not what you're thinking either. Old Homestead Adventure has rolled up 31, and Fun Times at the Kentucky Creek has slid up to 176. So, I think we need to redo the Old Homestead Adventure. In other words, somebody needs to like open that motherfucker and actually go in that bitch.
That was not planned. I was literally up there looking to see if any of the flowers and stuff was left.
God, things have turned and got nice. Yeah, probably gonna slide back there. Do a little mowing. Definitely gonna work short. Probably live stream again later. We don't know. It depends. Depends on what we got going on. Depends on what we can cobble up. Depends.
I could tell that half of the ceiling was like completely down where I was. There was like one window.
Well, you can see you looking in the one window.
It's the only window that's not boarded up.
Ah, well.
So I'm assuming they broke out. I don't know.
AI keeps mentioning Kentucky, but not Tennessee. Yeah, it is kind of interesting, isn't it? Maybe Kentucky, I think, maybe strikes as a little more rugged. I don't know. Tennessee, maybe everyone's thinking of Nashville.
I don't know.
I rep for Kentucky. Listen, I was born in Kentucky, but I probably literally split my life at this point, especially 50-50 Kentucky and Tennessee. I just prefer Kentucky over Tennessee.
We're literally on the fucking line.
I try not to be too specific, but yeah, basically. So, you know, for all intents and purposes.
Property in two different states, you know.
Basically. So for all intents and purposes, I just figure erase the border, call it Kentucky and be done with it. But I feel like I mention and talk Kentucky more than I do Tennessee because at the end of the day, I don't know, I guess I'm more interested or whatever. But be real. Like I said, I spent my formative years up till I was like 5 or 6 or whatever in Kentucky. Then I started to be more in Tennessee and go to fucking Kentucky on the weekends. And then, you know, then eventually 13, 14 or so. Then that's when they actually moved to Kentucky. So it just back into Kentucky, but still right there on the line. Yeah. So, you know, I feel like I've definitely earned Kentucky for sure. But now, as far as why I want to mention Kentucky and not Tennessee, I don't know. No idea. AI couldn't even grasp the proper spelling of Kentucky. Or whenever I asked, I feel like I punched in to combine the words Kentucky and Tennessee, and not a fucking thing give me Kentucky. It was all some other bullshit.
Really?
Or maybe there was one Kentucky, but it was spelled way fucking different. Like Kentuck with the S and then a Y. Kentucky, kind of Kentucky or whatever.
Are you trying to catch up?
Yep. What do you mean? I'm always ahead. Yeah. The hell you mean? You done sat there and got whatever. Well, I'm fixing to go back there and fucking, let's say, probably finish the mowing, drop the short. Oh, it's 3:02. Time's moving up. We've been live streaming about an hour between the two of them. So, you know.
I gotta go do dishes. I ain't do dishes today.
Rainbow done dishes. So, I was looking at seeds, and the only 2 states you can't ship seeds is Kansas and Kentucky. Yeah, sounds.
You can ship them to my address. I'm in Tennessee.
There you go, Wade. Send it. Send it. Fucking send it. We've already missed our season for that. But, I mean, if it's some autoflower in the greenhouse, maybe something with the light, plead the fifth, you know. We could probably make an autoflower under a light work, be real with you. But 50-50. Gonna have to kind of make that happen. But where there's a will, there's a way. Said the only place you can't ship seeds is fucking Kansas and Kentucky.
That's fucked up.
I'm fucking for real. But Tennessee's kosher. Even though Tennessee and Kentucky Same fucking ball. What the fuck? That I've said it 1,000 times, and I'll say it 1,000 more. What kind of crock of shit is it to be 2025, living in basically 2 different goddamn states, and don't neither one of them sons of bitches have legal yeehaw? That's a crock of shit. That's a whole bag of ball bearings, man. I don't like it. Damn it, why didn't y'all march and protest in the street and do something about it? Damn. March, protest, sit in. The thing that gets me is how whenever, I guess, everywhere it got legal, everywhere else, for the most part, it seems like, okay, we got it legal in our state, time to drop back and chill. They didn't go on to help anybody else but their... Now, some did, straight up, but...
Tennessee did it before Kentucky.
Who knows?
Really?
Tennessee keeps throwing these, like, Hail Mary ass fucking... They're trying to go long shot and skip the line, basically. Kentucky's going the... Probably, it's medical now in Kentucky, thankful. Thank you, Bashir. Doing something. There you go. Got my vote. Kentucky's going to go the medical, then eventually be grudgingly accepted as recreational route. I know how it's going to go. It just might take 5 or 10 more goddamn fucking years. We'll run for president next election. He will have to legalize to win. I hope he does. I'll vote for that motherfucker so goddamn hard. We don't do politics here, but oh man. Nancy Drew, the bitch from the books. Let's go, dog. Repeat offender right there. But now because Kentucky's done went medical, and so I kind of foresee a roll to recreational, especially with the...
They don't actually... Don't they have to go to different states still?
I think they've changed that. It's a process. I think they're kind of in the midst of changing that. I don't know. It's like everything else. Now, considering Tennessee don't have fucking shit, and it's one of, like, there is so few states left that don't have medical, it's almost laughable at this point. Like, anytime somebody goes to bring it up, it's like, look, bro, at the point where 3/4 or fucking 4/5 or however much of the country has medical and your hoe dump ass doesn't have medical, it's like, are you fucking blind? Do you just refuse to see? What the fuck? Like, it blows, man. It really blows. Like I say, at the point where you don't even have medical nowadays, you want to talk about backwards looking as shit. Probably not till the feds do it. Yeah, Nancy Drew, I'm right there with you. Now the feds pull the trigger and it's going to be like, haha, I don't know. Somebody said that they were going to fucking do it this presidential election, but they didn't quite get the seat. So, you know. We got the Gulf of America to show for it.
The Gulf of America.
And a shitload of tariffs, baby. So, you know, these things happen. Totally.
I'll never call it that. And not to be an asshole, I
won't ever have the money enough to go visit it again, so it doesn't matter. Yeah. I'll never see it again, so. Well, what, do you not want to go? No, I'd love to go. Absolutely love to. But, current economic climate conditions and...
We're poor.
It ain't getting no better for us. Everyone's hurting, I promise. It's only gonna get worse, people. All you can do is try like hell to take care of yourself. That's all you can do. Oh well, try again next go around, I suppose. Muhammad. It's...
Oh my God.
The Quest said, hell yeah. Damn right, Quest. Welcome to the party. And for the record, I don't know, charcoal. Is that the wet charcoal or the charcoal we used last time?
That's the charcoal you use last.
That's the shit I had to use a whole bottle of whatever to get going.
The other is from I don't know when.
Yeah, that shit ancient. That ain't gonna burn worth a damn.
Yeah, well, I can't even put my plant stand where it goes because it's real. Are y'all gonna take it back?
Probably. I think we've had the grill where it's at because of the because we were
I know
dead
that
set
it's
gonna grill whether the
bullshit,
weather.
and I know, but
Wade said it will get worse for a short time, but then it will boom. Listen, I hope like fuck you're right, bro. That's all I have no idea. I have no knowledge as to whether that will be the fact or not the fact. All I can say is I genuinely hope you're right. Because if it doesn't, yeah, man. Anyway, but all y'all old cats have seen enough good times and bad times to know that, yeah, it'll eventually probably get better. It's all about surviving in the meantime, you know what I mean? You better start farming, yeah. You know, a lot of offenders are incarcerated not for their crimes, but for dirty piss tests. Yeah, because you get parole and it's all good, and then all of a sudden you piss dirty, you have drug court or whatever. Ow. You ain't out here abiding by society. Get your ass back in the hole where people don't gotta look at you, filthy ass fucking drug users. A prepared man is a safe man, yeah. And for the record, Quest, I'm trying to start farming. It's just proven to be awful rough startup. But we got to wait for that too, so everything comes in time. That's what I told Pawpaw. I'm telling you, we're going to have to get the game set on that. It takes patience. Well, ain't nothing to do with patience and more to do with capacity. We're plenty patient. I'm not out here with the plant. God damn you lousy ass fucking tomato plant. What the fuck? Get your ass. We had chicken shit, Quest. We're covering on that front. Also, yeah, big shout out Quest for dropping back through. I don't think I give him the proper you know what I mean? Said you need cow shit. I don't think cow shit.
no, you want chicken, it's nitrogen.
Yeah. History lesson before 1930. God damn, I'm fucking like stroked off. History lesson before 1933, our country ran off of tariffs. Yeah, I understand tariffs make things economically viable. And then everything went to fuck. We also had the gold standard too. Let it blend with water. Quest said 1913, so there's debate amongst the people about that.
What are we blending with water?
The cow shit, I suppose. Corporations paid more taxes. Yeah, it's about time corporations. Listen, there's absolutely nothing wrong with making money in this world. There's nothing wrong with going out there and being successful. Of course, you're jackass about doing it. There's something wrong with that, but I'm just saying. But I think we should take more from the successful to help pay for what enables their success. You're goddamn right. It's that plain and simple. Quest said in 1980 corporate taxes were 40% now. It's 40% now. It's less than zero. Well, I know there's like corporate tax breaks and shit because we've talked about that on the channel, getting the Stoosey Boys Corporation started. Because apparently we're not allowed to start a church because we're not doing it for the right reasons, as if it fucking mattered. Get the corporate tax thing going or whatever. And there was a great deal of people that felt that way about the church, by the way. But just go ahead and point. There's a lot of people that felt that way, but I'm like, bro, tax cut. Anyway, the corporation is another way to go about that because it's like corporations when they go to resubmit their or when they go to submit their taxes every year, it's like you have a choice. You can either pay your taxes or reinvest into your business. And it's like, which am I going to do? Lose money or basically keep my money? Ding. I would rather pay more for Chinese stuff and keep the other half of my paycheck. I get what you're saying, but the context has eluded me here. That cloud was blowing by, and yeah. They violated their own founding charter. Once the Constitution is gone, so goes the... Okay, whoa, hold on, everyone. Damn it, just like that, I've lost control of the situation. What's up,
And
bro?
you point at me.
What's up, bro?
Like I was just to fix it. I don't even...
Quick, sis, help.
He's arguing with who?
Well, nobody's arguing.
Okay.
We're all just making statements more than anything. I just kind of had some trouble understanding Wade ones with the definition of context. And I get what Quest is saying about the central banks propping up failed businesses. I don't really think that's even the problem. I think the problem is the ones that are successful. If you are successful to that degree, or you have that degree of income, power, or whatever, the amount of leeway and what you can pretty much just steamroll over and get around becomes this enormous amount. You know what I'm saying? All of a sudden, case in point, the price on the there we go with politics again. For 256 million, perhaps even you can buy the White House. You know what I mean? Like, and we'll leave that statement right there. Be done with it. I'm just saying, a lot of motherfuckers are changing post-tariff prices on pre-tariff supply. It's fraud. Watch and see. It's going to be big. Well, yeah, just like the richest whatever is making $300 billion a few Wednesdays ago over all the tariff shock and pullback and everything else that launched multiple insider trading probes. No, that wasn't suspicious at all, that we say we're going to do this and then we change our minds and it just so happens that $300 billion gets made. Yeah, no, that's totally just a coincidence. An 80-year-old man killed 3 British, got shot and what the hell? Shot and bayoneted during the Revolutionary War, and he survived and lived to 98. And that man was probably your great-great-grandfather, he's hoping. Well, actually, probably like great, maybe another great. Roughly. Of course, if he lived to be 98, if he was, I mean, fuck. Yeah. Breakaway. Oh, God. Okay, again, there's a breakaway society underneath America. That's where the second America is, as above, so below. Well, you know, fraternal organizations and secret societies, and so on and so forth. You know, these things happen. Yeah. Then you've got the religious thing, and then even like your trade unions and things of that nature, and you know, all these different organizations and collectives. Yeah, no, it's fine. I don't think it's so much as above, so below. I think it's everything, everywhere, all at once kind of thing. You see, time is a flat surface, and so everything, I guess the universe is also a flat surface. But the earth is not. I can't stress that. I can't stress that enough. Y'all ain't catching me slipping today. Corporations now have human rights. Well, frankly, they should have had human rights, I think. To be a person, the family is a corporation. That's a little confusing for me, Quest.
I get what they're saying.
Y'all big braining on me. Big braining hard. Can't help it. I'm just a simple, I like to say, politics aside, all you can do is try to take care of yourself. And I think that's good advice in any given situation, you know. When you can take care of yourself, it seems to make all the difference in life. So you can take care of yourself and you don't need anybody else. Still doesn't mean some greater, large, unforeseen events or happenings should, you know, encroach upon whatever you got going on. And that's when all you can do is be prepared for such things. You know, stay informed and shit. Facts good to those close to you. Yes, I agree. Let's go to the analytics. Let's go to the numbers, baby. Hanging at 1339. Yeah, we definitely are going to have to roll a short again today. But what it'll be over, I don't know. Being as I'm momentarily free from the, what do you call it?
You need another storm to video that had like crazy views and shit.
Well, I enjoy the shit out of storms in general when I'm not trying to do.
I know. I watch this shit live. Like I say, I've been watching.
The next thing, we can start trying to do the forecast and stuff, but we're liable to get yanked for being dumb as hell or something, not knowing exactly, because I don't know forecast.
No, I'm talking about your one video.
No, I'm talking about forecasting. That's what I'm fucking, yeah. All right, y'all, so if y'all are living here, you're going to want to get the fuck out of Dodge. Yeah.
Now I watch the Storm Chasers live sometimes. It's pretty neat.
Yeah, I do gotta check out that War Castles thing that Wade had posted. If it's in the Stoosey Boys, like the official thing or whatever, or if you send it to me, then I'll be sure to check that out. Dr. Lucero, straight up. Because that's an informed individual right there. I respect Wade's outlook on shit, as well as his knowledgeability and such. So, you know, if he thinks it's something worth a damn, then it's liable to be.
I agree.
It's on his Gab, too. Why? Now that's more Sis's thing.
I get on there and read. You get the lighter.
Sis loves Gab. Greatest website.
Hey, I keep my mouth shut. I don't say nothing. I just read. That's what I do.
Like Sting up in the rafters with his fucking bat, just watching. Just hanging out, getting a free show, basically. Getting paid.
I ain't getting paid off there.
Well, I'm talking about Sting,
Oh,
the wrestler,
okay.
not the actor or the singer.
Okay.
Or search YouTube War Castles overview. It might or might not rain. Yeah, like I say, I'm probably going to put a little work in here shortly trying to tame the jungle. It's fun. It's almost like an ASMR thing when you get it all. I can't film that, but...
It's gorgeous. Well, Push Mode Lawn is way prettier. You can be super picky.
Well, I noticed I was already incidentally putting lines in.
Yeah.
Like, it's pretty cool. Fuck, it's good sexercise. Or it's good exercise. It gets me ready for the sexercise. Now, by God. But yeah, now as far as big next project, I don't know, shimming the piss out of that fucking El Camino would be a good thing.
I still think you have to get down and see what that is.
Basically. Well, I'm going to have to jack it up and off.
Yeah, you're going to have to.
I'm going to adjust it so that it can crank. Then I'm going to drag it up here, put it on the fucking ramps, and then we're going to fucking go from there. Because I wanted to move it on account of the tree cutter individuals that were back there, the cable jockeys. And I was not able to move it. It just sat there and ground like hell. So I said, well, fuck this shit. I was mad. I said, this is bullshit ass mother.
Did you have issues with it last time when you moved it to where it is now?
Yeah. Because like I'll adjust the shimmage, it cranks fine, and then it's just like it's losing, something isn't fucking staying in place. I don't think it's the starter because I'm tightening it down cock ass fucking tight every time. So maybe I don't know if the flywheel's loose. I don't know if the flywheel can be loose. And it still fucking work.
It could have teeth out.
It's got teeth though. Because that's something I look every time I go down there. Of course, I only see half the teeth, but it's got the teeth.
Yeah, but if you're, there could be worse spots in different areas. There could be one tooth missing out, and it'll fuck it up if you can't,
Yeah.
like see.
Yeah.
So,
Now, I'm not going to... Is there one... I have not visually identified it. I would be more worried about the teeth on the starter, admittedly. Because those are the ones I really can't see. Unless I kind of go in from behind and then, like, I look with a flashlight and see, like, once again, see half them bitches. But, you know...
you ain't going to know what exactly it is until you get it up on the ramps. See.
It's a pain in the ass boatload of horse shit's what it is. Anyway, my God, we have hit it up on live real good and proper. Of course, y'all stand by for the Stoosey Boys short coming in later today, and we appreciate all the folk that have dropped in and listened to us rant, rave, hee-haw, carry on, and such. Y'all are the best. Y'all are the baller OGs, making the fucking world go round or flat, depending on what your opinion is.
I'm going to have to show you this flat thing. Or did I, or was it, I showed somebody? I don't remember. I'll have, my bit,
Did you take the cover off and look at the flywheel for crack? Now, you don't understand. I don't have a cover, Wade, because they put a fucking transmission cooler on there, and I think the lines interfere with the cover. So, yeah, that could be part of my problem. He said, did you take the cover off? Wow, that's the neat thing. And look at the flywheel is not cracked. if you're talking about on the body and not even on the teeth, like, yeah, no, the flywheel itself is perfectly fine. I don't see how, because all it takes is a rock jumping up there and fucking, which kills the hell out of me that I don't have a fucking transmission cover. But yeah, you know, these things. The transmission cooler's neat, I guess. Don't really know that it fucking does much, but
Oh, yeah.
well, then why was it like something completely new that they themselves added?
Because your stuff is not the original, baby. It's
Rah, okay.
yours was rigged in there. It is not.
Okay. I still don't understand. I mean, if it's a transmission that's made for that kind of, we'll just say work, why would it overheat in a different vehicle? I mean, it doesn't really. Because, I mean, if it's a 350 whatever the fuck transmission, if that's supposed to be, if that's a GM transmission for that engine, I mean.
The whole, okay, that's why that's why your wiring is so fucked.
Yeah.
Okay, that is nothing is original in that. That does not, the motor that car came out with, that is not anything.
Yeah, but yes, and I understand that, but my thing is that car came out with that motor as an option.
That motor and
so
transmission did not originally go together, is what I'm saying.
Now that I can understand, but why would that make it overheat, though? Well, does it really need a transmission? If we speak loud, I'm not that stupid. Oh, but I about died when that grown-ass woman.
For fuck's sake.
Was sitting there. Well, does he really need a transmission, man?
No, he don't.
No, it's fine. Fuck it.
That's why so many people have to take their stuff to the shop.
I can see why it's a pain in the ass, but if you don't have hella fucking money, then tough titties, boss. Adding a cooler does help. Number one killer of transmissions is overheating, so, well, fair enough. But at the point where you don't have a damn cover because of it, that's where the part, because then then my flywheel is half exposed all the time. And it would take nothing but a rock hopping up or anything hopping up and hitting the, I'm just saying, if I bottom out, I'm bottoming out my fucking flywheel, bro. Like, that seems really bad. You know what I mean? Pawpaw is headed our way. Damn, it's early. Y'all the same. I got to slide back there and take care of business. I've been saying that for about a few minutes now. So, we're going to get back with y'all. He kept talking about that damn transmission. We're going to get back with y'all. Drop that short or maybe even a lovely live stream later. We don't know. Probably, we're definitely going to be hitting up fucking short for sure. We had 10 likes. Wade, peace. Definitely appreciate you coming through on the stream. We had USA from Santa Fe hanging with us for the longest time. Nancy Drew, the bitch from the books, always cool to drop through. The Quest, of course, was nice to see him again. We've had pretty cool, good amount of fine fam family up in here. So we appreciate y'all for sure. We will catch y'all on the flip and later. Sis Adjacent.
Love y'all.
You're by God. So y'all be good. Y'all be great. Peace, calm, positivity, love, safety, and determination from the Stoosey Boys in Kentucky, all the way around the world and parts beyond. So y'all be good.